night for costumes, candy, and carving pumpkins. But beneath the surface of this festive holiday lurks a darker side, a side where harmless pranks turn into real-life horrors, and innocent celebrations become haunted by genuine fear. Tonight we delve into three chilling tales, three chilling stories that will send shivers down your spine. This is not a tale spun for entertainment, but a chilling account from a Halloween party where the line between fun and fright blurred, leaving lasting scars on those who dared to attend. This story is not for the faint of heart. It is filled with suspense, dread, and the chilling realization that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are not the ones we dress up as, but the ones hidden in plain sight. So lock your doors, turn off the lights, and prepare yourself. Our first story takes a detour from the haunted festivities of Halloween night and plunges us into the eerie world of scientific experimentation gone horribly wrong. This is the chilling tale of Robert Cornish, a scientist whose ambition to conquer death led him down a dark and controversial path. Robert Cornish's name is etched in the files of macabre history. In the 1930s, Cornish claimed to have unlocked the secrets of life and death, asserting that he could revive the dead. His experiments were as bizarre as they were terrifying, involving a seesaw-like contraption designed to restore life to corpses. Cornish's method was simple yet horrifying. He believed that by oscillating the body on his seesaw device while injecting it with a concoction of adrenaline and anticoagulants, he could jumpstart the heart and bring the dead back to life. His initial tests were conducted on animals, and to the shock of many, he reported some success. But Cornish's ambition knew no bounds. He sought to apply his gruesome technique to human subjects. His request to the state of California to experiment on condemned prisoners was met with outrage and rejection. However, Cornish's persistence paid off when a volunteer, a man named Thomas McMonigal, agreed to be his subject after his execution. What followed was a scene straight out of a horror film. In a dimly lit room surrounded by the cold, sterile instruments of his trade, Cornish prepared to defy the natural order. As the seesaw rocked back and forth, the lifeless body of McMonigal lay strapped to the contraption, a silent testament to the boundary Cornish was about to cross. The injection was administered, and for a moment, it seemed as though Cornish might achieve the impossible. The body convulsed, the chest heaved, and a flicker of life appeared in the eyes of the once dead man. But the victory was fleeting. McMonigal's body fell still once more, and Cornish's experiment ended in failure. The aftermath of Cornish's attempts left a trail of ethical debates and moral outrage. His story serves as a grim reminder of the perils of playing God, of the thin line between scientific curiosity and sheer madness. The name Robert Cornish remains a haunting echo in the corridors of medical history, a testament to the chilling consequences of ambition unchecked. As we return to our Halloween tale, remember that sometimes the true horrors are not the ones we encounter on a dark, spooky night, but those that emerge from the depths of human curiosity and ambition. Now let's proceed to our next tale of terror. As we delve deeper into the shadows of our Halloween tales, we come upon the haunting story of Katie DeWitt James, a woman whose life was tragically cut short by a series of mysterious events that continue to baffle and chill us to this day. Katie DeWitt James was a young mother who in the early 1900s found herself entangled in a web of circumstances that would lead to her untimely demise. Leaving her husband and home behind, Katie set out with her infant daughter to start anew, seeking solace and support from her family. But fate had other plans. On a seemingly ordinary day, Katie boarded a train bound for her parents' home. The journey, however, took a sinister turn when Katie mysteriously vanished without a trace. Her family, gripped by worry and fear, launched a desperate search, but their efforts yielded no answers. Days turned into weeks, and hope began to wane. The chilling discovery of Katie's lifeless body in a remote area near the train tracks sent shockwaves through the community. Her death, shrouded in darkness and unanswered questions, became the stuff of local legend. The once vibrant and hopeful young mother had met a gruesome end, her dreams and aspirations buried with her. As investigators pieced together the fragments of her final moments, they uncovered a series of eerie coincidences and unsettling clues. Witnesses reported seeing a shadowy figure following Katie on the train, a figure whose identity remains unknown to this day. Theories of foul play, supernatural intervention, and tragic accidents swirled, each more chilling than the last. But the story doesn't end there. In the years following her death, sightings of Katie's ghost began to surface. Travelers on that same train route reported seeing a spectral figure, a woman in old-fashioned attire, cradling a baby and staring out the window with a look of profound sorrow. Her presence, a haunting reminder of her tragic fate, continues to send shivers down the spines of those who encounter her. Katie DeWitt James's tale serves as a somber reminder of the fragility of life and the mysteries that often remain unsolved. Her story, woven into the fabric of local folklore, stands as a testament to the enduring power of grief, loss, and the unknown. As we navigate the eerie corridors of our Halloween tales, let Katie's story remind us that sometimes the most chilling horrors are not the ones fabricated for fright, but the real tragic events that leave an indelible mark on history. Now brace yourselves as we move on to another spine-tingling tale, one that will make you think twice about the treats you indulge in this Halloween night. As we continue our journey through the spine-chilling tales of Halloween, we come to a story that serves as a grim reminder of the dangers lurking behind the facade of innocent fun. This is the tragic tale of Timothy O'Brien, a young trick-or-treater whose life was abruptly cut short by a sinister act that still sends shivers down the spines of parents everywhere. It was Halloween night in 1974, in the quiet suburb of Deer Park, Texas. 8-year-old Timothy O'Brien and his sister were eagerly collecting candy from their neighbors, their excitement palpable as they filled their bags with sweet treats. Among the candy Timothy received was a giant Pixie Stix, a popular powdered candy that promised nothing but sugary delight. Little did he know this seemingly harmless candy would seal his fate. Later that evening, Timothy eagerly tore open the Pixie Stix and consumed its contents. Within moments, he began to feel excruciating pain, his body writhing in agony. His parents, horrified and helpless, rushed him to the hospital, but it was too late. Timothy O'Brien succumbed to cyanide poisoning, a cruel and calculated act that left the community in shock and fear. The investigation that followed unveiled a chilling truth. The Pixie Stix had been deliberately laced with cyanide. The culprit, Timothy's own father, Ronald Clark O'Brien, who had taken out a life insurance policy on his children and planned the heinous act in a twisted bid for financial gain. The betrayal was unfathomable, a parent's ultimate betrayal of trust and love. Ronald O'Brien was arrested, tried, and ultimately executed for his crime. But the horror of his actions left an indelible mark. The story of Timothy O'Brien serves as a stark reminder of the real-life monsters that can hide behind familiar faces and the importance of vigilance, even during times of celebration. As we reflect on this tragic tale, let it be a sobering reminder to cherish and protect those we hold dear. The world can be a dark and unpredictable place, and even on a night dedicated to fun and fright, we must remain cautious. For sometimes the true horrors are not the ones we conjure in our imaginations, but the real tragic events that unfold in the shadows of our lives. And now, as we near the end of our journey through these haunting stories, let us heed the final warning that awaits us. The line between treat and trick is thin indeed, and the choices we make can have grave consequences. Stay with us as we share one last cautionary tale to ensure your Halloween night remains safe and enjoyable. These stories remind us that sometimes the scariest part of Halloween isn't the costumes or decorations, but the real-life horrors that can occur. The world can be a dark and unpredictable place, and even on a night dedicated to celebrating the strange and eerie, we must remain vigilant. While we revel in the spooky festivities, let us not forget the importance of awareness and caution, for danger can often lurk in the shadows, disguised as something innocent and inviting. Stay safe and have a happy Halloween, but remember, the line between treat and trick can be thin indeed. Be careful who you trust, and be even more careful what treats you decide to indulge in. After all, not all monsters wear masks, and sometimes the sweetest treats can harbor the deadliest secrets. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more terrifying tales. Sleep tight, and remember, the next time you reach for a piece of candy this Halloween, think twice. You never know what might be lurking beneath the surface.